Good morning, afternoon, or evening. What a truly beautiful day it is. Wherever you are, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your humbled host, Tony Serrano, and this is the Ph.D. in me. All right, so good evening. It happens to be a Friday evening, 7:24 my time. So this is super impromptu. If you can't tell by my voice, I am super sick. I've been super sick the last 2 days. And before that, I didn't want to reveal this new setup I have going on because it's not finished yet, but it was something I was working on. So regardless, today's episode is just a really quick, not really my usual podcast because I usually am very, broken down into okay, this is the topic, and then this is how you can model and implement it. Today's episode is going to be more of a self-deprecation. Yeah, I'm going to be making fun of myself. I'm going to be telling a story, and basically the moral of this story is that even I need help. Even I lose my shit. As much as I try to be this PhD in me, this mastery of myself, this authentic self, I still lose my shit. I still need help. As strong as I appear to be, I need help too. So if that's all you take from today, keep scrolling, enjoy the rest of your day. But if you are ready to dive deep into this story, then keep watching, keep listening. I love you. This is all with light and love. Just know that I'm okay now, that I'm always getting better, and that actually I think one of the big things that is so nauseating to Angel, my husband, is how quickly I get into funks and get out of funks, or I get really high and I get really low, because it's just something that has always been a part of me, and I don't really like to dwell in things. I don't like to hold grudges. I don't like to just really sit in that pity zone, and there's nothing wrong with it. So look, that's what we're going to talk about today. So basically, really quick, here's the story. So I've been pushing myself. If you don't know something about me, it's that I have really high standards for myself, and I have really high expectations. I set really big goals for myself. And this podcast, maybe it's not viral yet, right? But we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, and we have over 1,000 downloads of this podcast. So you know what? We're making progress, bigger progress than I would have had I not even started this, have I not even put my best foot to share this and to be vulnerable. So with all that said, I still feel like that's not enough. I feel like I'm not reaching the people, I'm not helping the people, and my biggest thing here with the podcast is to help you integrate your insights into daily life. Because it's one thing to know, and it's something entirely different to do, right? We know we should eat healthy, but do we do it? We know that we should financially prepare, but do we save? Do we invest? Do we build our financial literacy? So, there's things in life, I know I shouldn't be so hard on myself, but I am. But I set these expectations, I set these goals, and I'm such a hard people pleaser. Hopefully, maybe some of you can relate, where I just want to show people I care so much that I'm willing to neglect my own needs to be there for them. And I do that to a point of exhaustion, of exertion, where I find myself sick, like how I am right now, physically sick, where, I'm maybe not eating right. I admit it. Look, I talk about juicing, I talk about being vegan, and those are all great things, but the minute you stop nourishing your body, you decline. It's kind of different, not to go on a tangent, but if you're eating unhealthy, if you're having processed foods, it takes your body less to respond to that decline in nourishment. When you're vegan and you're juicing and stuff like that, immediately your body is like, whoa, I have nothing to sustain me. And side note, tangent, is I just hit my pre-pregnancy weight. So my pre-pregnancy body fat percentage. I just hit it. So then I stopped eating because I got overwhelmed. And when you don't have any other part of your body to give you that nourishment, your body's gonna look for somewhere else to take it from. And it took it from my immune system. So then I get sick like this. And I do get sick often. It's because I don't eat consistently. Look, I'm not perfect, and I'm not preaching that I'm perfect in any which way. But look, I'm saying that when you take this road to your authentic self, you are so much better off, because at least I know what's going on in my head. At least I know what my needs are. At least I know, where my life's headed. And not that I have control over my life, but I have a say. I'm able to participate. I'm like, hey, look, this is shit, and I don't want it to be like shit. And I know what to do to not make it like shit. And sometimes it's really, really hard, because what I have to do right now is I have to stop people pleasing. Mic drop. I have to stop people pleasing. Wow. I care so much about other people. That's like my Achilles heel. I care so much that I get so involved in their life, where I want to help and I want to fix it for them, because I know how painful it is to suffer. I know how painful it is to be isolated and alone and ostracized, right? I know what it's like to lose friends, and I don't want anyone to feel like that. So, when I come across someone who needs help or something, I just fully immerse myself. There's actually like a spiritual, energetic type of word for it. It's an empath. So it's someone who just really heavily feels. Like when I say I put myself in your shoes, I legit like live my life through your eyes. Like I put my body into your body, and I feel every part and bit of it, because one of my gifts is, the caveat is that no matter what position or predicament I've ever been in my life, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see like, okay, I'm not one to dwell. I'm not one to just sit and take it. Like, I admit that life has knocked me down so many times, but it hasn't kept me there. I have like something within me. I don't know if it's genetic. I don't know like what it is. You could call it light. You could call it like God force, but it won't let me quit. Like the light won't let me quit. It won't let me give up on myself. I've talked about mental health and suicide in past podcast episodes, and even on the How to Heal series, but something deep within me just won't let me quit. And so all this to say is that I had the red flags. I had the signs like, okay, Tony, you are just way too involved in other people's lives right now. You are just not giving back to yourself. And yeah, you're losing weight, and on paper, you're hitting your target goals, but you are not feeding your soul the way you need. You have way too many undone projects that need to be organized for you and for others. And by you getting involved in everyone else's mess right now, that's not helping you. That's not serving your highest good. And for me to hear that is hard. It's like a punch in the gut, because I want to be able to do it all. I do. I really do. I want to be able to be the best wife, to be the best parent, to be the best daughter, to be the best sister, to be the best niece, to be the best neighbor, to be the best stranger. I want to be the best for everybody, because again, it goes back to like, I know how it feels to be neglected, to be ignored, to be misled, right? To say like, oh, someone's going to help you, but they're going to do it for a malicious intent, to get some benefit or reward out of it, not to just help you because for the highest good, right? So all this to say is that I was just kept ignoring my needs, neglecting my self-care, my time for meditation, and I just lost my shit, and I broke down. And the warning signs and the flags were there, like, okay, you need to just relax, you need to stop. Okay, you're doing too much. You gotta just take it easy. You gotta let go, because if you don't, you're gonna withdraw and you're gonna like go back into this really bad spiral. It's not gonna be happy or healthy. So I kept pushing myself, because I was like, I could do it. I kept pushing myself. I'm like, no, 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 I got this. No, 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 I got this. And so all this to say is that, yes, I got this works to a certain extent. I got this works when you haven't worked out all week and you're trying to hype yourself out. I got this doesn't work when you've been working out every day for 2 months straight and you haven't rested your body. Okay? I hope you see that contrast. I got this is something to inspire and motivate you, but it is not a long sustaining way of life. I talk about intentional living, which I'll be doing a masterclass soon coming in January on intentional living. So by intentional living, you're supposed to be like, okay, look, this is when I use I got this, and then this is when I nourish myself, because I have cycles, I have waves. And so I wasn't listening to that and trying to push myself, and then I just ate shit. So this is called the humbled human, also is what I changed my primary Instagram social media handle to, because I got to admit it, like, dang, I just can't. I don't got this. I ate shit. I fell down. I broke down. I was on my knees. I was crying. I was questioning myself. I was debating, like, what the point of life was. Like, I hit it hard, you know? And I don't know if it's normal per se to have such fluctuations. I've just learned to really love myself through my fluctuations. And I think that this was a good one for me. This was a good humbling one for me. So that's really the story for today, is that, you know, sometimes we push and we push and we push ourselves so much that we break, you know? So it's trying to find that balance of not breaking, of finding growth, of finding a new level of life, but not taking yourself for granted and not taking others for granted. I thought to myself, like, okay, I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not hurting anybody by pushing myself. And, you know, when I go through my down spirals, I don't lash out on people. I withdraw from social interaction because I don't want to, like, lash out at others, right? But then I do it to myself. I do it in my thoughts, in my mind. And I realized I may not be hurting others, but I'm hurting myself. And I think by doing that, others can still feel that. So what really always pulls me in, again, I've always said that my family is number one. They're my priority. And so when I look at my son and I can tell he knows I'm not okay, I go, F, right? I go F because I'm working so hard on me to be a better parent for him. And I know how important it is in his first 5 years to have, like, a stable environment, healthy environment, to know that he's safe and protected and he can be confident, he can express himself, that I love him unconditionally. So I'm like, if there's an ounce of doubt that I could not be a good parent, I just go, okay, it's time to relax. It's time to, you know, create a corner within our house, like the corner you see behind me, that's just for me to sit and do nothing. It's so hard for me to sit and do nothing. I talk about grounding, literally just laying on the floor in silence, no phone or nothing. You could be in your closet, you could be in the bathroom, in the bathtub, in the bottom of the shower, and you're just laying there. That's grounding. So I had to pull out my bag of tricks, my bag of tools, my bag of strategies to get myself out of this. And it's been hard. I'm going to be honest. It's been hard. It's been hard to do yoga. It's been hard to meditate. It's easier to journal, but it's sporadic. It was hard to sit still. So I had to really just be humble and humble myself and go like, I need help. And it's okay to ask for help, It's definitely okay. So that's the big lesson, is that no matter how strong you feel, no matter how many people look up to you, like there's this pressure to perform, just know that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to nourish you. And when you do that, you're showing yourself so much love. You're going, Tony, I love you so much. I love you more than your ego needs you. I like to say that, like, I love you more and you need me more than I need my ego. And I'm just proving to myself what I'm worth. And by standing up for myself like that, in those ways, to say I need help, it's like, that's how it feels. So, that's the podcast. Yeah. So I love you. I love you always. I'm always here. I still check Instagram even if I'm going through a fuzzy phase. And coming in January, there is going to be the Intentional Living series, the Intentional Living Masterclass that you can sign up for on thehumbledhuman.org. And if I drop in from time to time during December, cool. If not, like, I'm alive, but you can still reach me. You can email me. Again, always here for you. If you need anything is specific, like if you want to see it, then I'll post it. I have a friend that wants to see some stretches for the mom hump, like on the neck. So I'll probably do that one for sure. Or not probably, I will do that one for sure. But until January, then I'll start posting more consistent content again. I'll have a schedule going, so everything will be more organized. This backdrop, this backdrop will be finished hopefully, and if not, who cares, right? Who cares? I'm pretty happy with the way it turned out. So I'm gonna go drink some more hot tea, some lemon and ginger, and get my health and vitality back. Okay, so in light and love, namaste. Have yourself a beautiful, bright day.